Well, I'm joined by my apprentice today, Libra. This is my daughter, Aliana, an aspiring young astrologer at the age of how old?
5.
5.5. Say hi to everyone. Say hi, Libra.
Hi, Libra.
It's a big month this month, Libra, and I'm going to explain why. It has everything to do with this very important solar eclipse taking place in your 11th house at the time of the new moon, which is around the 11th of the month. And this is important if we animate the chart. Oh, we lost you there. If we actually animate this chart, we see the position. Oh, we better get this happening. We've made a little bit of a blunder here. There we go. Now we'll see the moon moving around here. And I want you to see this taking place up here in the 11th house on the 11th of August, the place of friendship. These are all your friends, Yana. This 11th house, that's the one, all in that area there. And when you've got an eclipse taking place there, especially when you've got the retrograde position of Mercury, along with your karmic planet there, which has been there for a little while, then this has to be a significant point in your life. It releases an immense amount of energy.
Significant means?
What's that?
What do that mean?
Well, I'm about to explain, and I'm sure everyone is wanting to know exactly that same answer. And it means when there's a new moon, yeah, let's see the moon there and the sun just in these areas, it means new friendships. But these friendships are going to do something dramatic to your life. You want friends that are going to really help you develop. Actually, if you noticed Venus, I'm going to go back a little bit. Venus was actually, which is your ruling planet, was here up till around the 7th in the 12th house of spirituality. We see here the spiritual point, what we call Ketu, or the south node, along with the retrograde Mars.
Excuse me, can I say something?
Yes.
The MNC is 6 degrees right now.
Yes, the MC is 6 degrees, but we don't use that too much because that's moving from a different chart. So as we watch your Venus move to a much, much better position on the 8th of August, that precedes the new moon that we just mentioned here on the 11th. So big things happening there. Don't expect the new friends to jump out of the woodwork on the 11th, mind you, right? It may take a little bit of time, but be aware of the shift in your attitudes at this time. Beautiful combination of the moon and Venus here in your sun sign around the 15th, bringing with it more of that social opportunity. You really do feel good about yourself this month, and you're able to project the right sort of energies. You know, when you dress up really well, like you are right now, you're able to really draw some good friends. Did you make any new friends with your new dress? That's what's going to happen to Librans throughout the month of August. Now there's another important one. We look at the lunations mainly, but the position of Moon and Jupiter in the 2nd house brings some really great financial opportunities. Moon and Jupiter's lucky. They can be gifts, they can be additional pay rises, but keep your eye out here for the Sun, which will move into your 12th house there on the 23rd, I believe. There it is, because that's a high expenditure position, and that happens just at the same time. See down there, Yana?
Yes.
The Moon and Mars?
Yes, I see.
Be careful of the keyboard. Just down here, these planets, that has to do with your mama, your family.
How about me?
Well, we're going to get to you in a minute, because we're not at, next one is yours, Scorpio, if you hang around. But here is a lot of energy, a lot of retrograde motion going on in the area of properties, parents, mother in particular, and your domestic situation. And with the Moon and Mars being so close together, that can be a little volatile. So you may need to just sidestep that, go somewhere quiet, huh? So they don't have any arguments. What do you reckon?
Doesn't make sense. Then they will argument some more because I cannot fix it.
Well, they can fix it. You want to know how they fix it? It's going to be hard because we've got all these, see these squares here?
Yes.
Don't do that. See the square, but here you've got, oh, well, maybe you're right. You know what? I think she's outdone it. She's outdone me. You're right. The square aspects mean they may not be able to sort that out until the moon moves out of there around the 24th. And then the 24th, 25th, this is significant. This is the full moon. Do you know what a full moon looks like? Have you seen a full moon when it's big like that in the sky? Here we have a full moon in your 6th house of service. So a lot of work aspects are going to take precedent throughout this full moon. That is where you're going to be focusing your energies. And that you have to juxtapose against that earlier new moon that we talked about in your 11th house, friendships. And that 11th house has to do with profitability. So the work, the quality of the work, the way you serve people, the perfection of your duty brings with it those benefits of the 11th house that we mentioned at the outset. The 7th house moon is occurring on the 29th and 30th. So, yeah, there it is. That's all relationships. And again, see all those squares there, darling?
Yes.
They're not easy, you see. This is called a T-square.
T-square?
Yeah, see that if you do a line here and then a line down here, then you have a T. So again, back to the family situation. What's all that about? So family issues, and again, some abrupt experiences, maybe not so pleasant and unpleasant on the very last day of the month, with the triangular aspects and square aspects both influencing this 8th house zone of intimacy, shared resources, shared money, loans, banking, etc., etc. What's the website they should go to, sweetheart?
Which website?
My website.
astrology.com.au.
That's the one. So why not join us there? We've got more information for you. And join us next month with me and Aliana, the apprentice.
And also, the one who's working for us is Niall Toth. Dadhichi's wife.
That's your mother. Thanks, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.